Hi people, my name is Maiwa Uluede, your social media partner in progress, and today we'll be speaking about toxic people. Now, I've spoken about this before in an early video on Instagram, but I'll be speaking about it in length today as best as I can. I do hope that you've been having fun in your life. I hope that you've been putting God first, and I hope that you know and believe every day that God created you for a purpose and that you can do anything you want to do as long as you put your mind to it. Okay, so today, toxic people, who are they? Now, these are people that try to manipulate or control other people. They are usually very needy and they are used to using other people to meet their own needs. Now, some of us have particular toxic traits because we're all working towards being better people, but there are some people, and video is not to condemn anyone. It's one part of two videos, and the other video I'll be discussing on how you can overcome toxic personalities. So these people can be extremely critical of themselves and of other people. They can exhibit jealousy and they can be envious. They are not fun to be around all the time. Now, toxic people have their high moments, and at these high moments they can be wonderful people, but when they get into that depressive state, or when they get into that needy state, or that state where they feel that they need to push you, then it can just be totally terrible. I'm going to mention certain traits of toxic people, and you can identify if you have people like this around you. Number one, they talk more than they listen. Everything has to center around them. The entire conversation has to revolve around them, their needs. And when they do give you time to speak, they only listen half-heartedly. And the only thing they're going to do is to try to tell you that this is how you're supposed to do it. Sometimes you want to speak and you don't want people to give you advice. You just wanted to empathize with the situation. But a toxic person always has an advice. Is always critical. And then it's always a one-way conversation. And when they do let you speak, they can't wait for you to stop speaking, and then they take over. Second trait is that they are never wrong. I mean, when nobody can be 100% perfect and right all the time, but a toxic person is never wrong. And if there's anything wrong, then there has to be a third party factor or a second party factor that led to that issue. They are never at fault. They will never disagree with you as regards whatever it is that they do. It is what you do that is wrong, but they are always defensive. They always use defensive language, and it's just never worth it arguing with them. Number three, drama follows them everywhere they go. Negative events. Something is always wrong somewhere. And if you offer advice, it's likely that they will reason a way around why your advice just won't work. But they must always have drama. They have a victim mentality. Someone is the reason why they're in the problem that they are in, There's just always something not right about them. And once you notice this, then this is a toxic personality because they draw negative energy to them. Number four, they force relationships. Now, toxic people realize that people have started avoiding them, because when you're around a toxic person and if you have a strong personality, or you're someone that just doesn't like having issues with people, you tend to avoid these people. So when toxic people see that people tend to avoid them, then they become desperate for friendship. But when they see someone that gets close to them, they hold on to the relationship and then they force them. So you feel choked. There's no space. A toxic person will call you 1,000 times till you pick your call. And when you pick, it's like, I've been calling you. I just wanted you to pick and hear what I have to say. And sometimes it's just not important. A toxic person will send you SMSs, keep bothering you, and you dare not owe a toxic person money. Or you go into business with a toxic person and then there's a timeline or a deadline and you don't meet it. There's no excuse. You will hear heaven and earth of what you should have done or what you should not have done. Number five, their experience is always the standard by which everything should be judged. Toxic people use their lives as standards by which everybody should live by. If you're friends with a toxic person, if you're a guy, your dressing will not be good enough, your car will not be good enough. If you're a lady, your makeup is not good enough. Something will always be wrong with you. So you should be careful if you have such people around you. Also, 6, they lie. Telling lies, whether big or small, a lie is a lie, and God hates lies. In fact, it's downright wrong to tell lies. I won't really delve much with that on this video, but to lie to a toxic person is not an issue. I mean, when they tell lies, it's justifiable, but when you lie to a toxic person, to be continued. So it's just not an issue for a toxic person to tell lies. They lie and lie. And it's not like behavioral lying. Behavioral lies are people that have issues and just can't tell the truth. A toxic person is not a natural liar. They deliberately lie to get away from a sticky situation, put up excuses, anything that will benefit them in any way. They will tell lies. They lack tact and courtesy. They will make derogatory statements about other people, and they will tell you that they are being honest with you, they are giving you honest feedback. It's just part of their toxic nature. They will not pretend, it's just terrible, exhibiting such behaviors where you make people feel bad about themselves. If you are unnecessarily happy around a toxic person will give you reasons why you should not be happy, or will just say something that would dampen your spirit. So they lack general courtesy, and then they exhibit controlling behaviors. A toxic person always has to be in control. If you're around somebody and you always feel pressure to act in a certain way, or you are friends with someone and you just have fear and trepidation when the person calls, you guys need to go out, you guys need to do something, because you know that criticism will come out, then that is a controlling behavior. And if you speak to the person and you see that this person isn't stopping it, then you can avoid the person, except you are married to this person, or you are related to the person by blood, or you are in certain confines that you know that you can't avoid this person. Also, toxic people like to talk about other people. Gossip, we shouldn't gossip. It's just downright wrong, and it's trashy behavior to gossip and talk about other people. So a toxic person doesn't have boundaries. They will speak negatively about anybody, anything, in any way, any form, and any manner. They rarely find kind or decent things to say about people. A toxic person has unnecessarily high standards. If a toxic person is going to compliment you, you must have done something. Something out of this world. They will rather compliment people who are on the outside. Oh, she wears stiletto heels, or he's doing well, or he speaks well, he's well dressed. But the person beside them who is doing well, they will rarely see anything good about that person. They pull people down. So if you are around someone that has these behaviors, number one, try to limit your relationships or interaction with these people, because toxic people have a way of dampening your spirit. They can put you in a depressive mode. If you are married to these people, pray and get counseling fast. I don't want anybody to be in the position where they feel they have to, because toxic people can push others to commit suicide. Sometimes it's not deliberate. For those who are not deliberately toxic, who are not even aware that they are toxic, so both parties need help. You have been at the receiving end of toxic behaviors, and the toxic person, you both need help. But the victim needs help more, because you are in a state where you can harm yourself, force yourself to do things that are not ethical, are not godly, are not right, just to please these people. So in my next video, I'll speak about how to address toxic personalities. But this video is aired towards letting you know if you have a toxic behavior, or letting you know if you are in close or proximate contact with a toxic person. You need to seek help, you need to seek counseling, you need to pray, and pray for the person. If you are on either side of the plate, nobody is condemning anyone. We all need help. Look out for these traits that I've said. Read up more about this, and I believe God will help us. I'm ending this video now, but like I say in all my videos, please put God first. Always pray, always smile, always believe in the best, and the best is yet to come. I'll speak to you in my next video.